This isn't just another podcast, it's a rebellion. Welcome to Hey Heather, What About? The exquisite house Pilates and wellness podcast, where we stop white knuckling our way through wellness and start building something that actually works. If you're a woman in midlife who's sick of doing everything right and still feeling like garbage and their body has gone completely rogue, then this podcast is your new go-to. I'm Heather Shaw, certified functional nutrition coach, Pilates and wellness studio owner, and the woman who's going to tell you what's actually going on and what's just horse hooey. Every episode, I bring you straight talk, practical strategies, and honest conversations we need to have about nutrition, hormones, metabolism, inflammation, perimenopause, GLP-1s, and what it really takes to feel better in your body again. Because the truth, you're not broken. Your body is just asking for a different conversation. Have you ever felt like your body just stopped cooperating? You're gaining weight suddenly for no clear reason. You're doing everything right, but nothing's working. Your moods are all over the place. One minute you're sad, the next you're ragey, and you're not even sure why. Your sleep, gone. Either you can't fall asleep or you wake up at 3 a.m. and your brain won't shut off. You're exhausted, foggy, overwhelmed, and somehow you just feel like you should be trying harder. I've been there. 9 years ago, I was 80 pounds heavier, bloated, exhausted, in pain. My joints ached. My skin was inflamed. I was reacting to everything I ate. My energy was on the floor, and my emotions were a roller coaster I couldn't get off. I started chasing solutions, and I chased hard. I saw a naturopath, a conventional medicine doctor, a Chinese medicine practitioner, an osteopath, a chiropractor, a nutritionist, and an integrative medicine doctor who charged more than most people's mortgages. It was a lot. Each practitioner had a theory. Each one had a supplement protocol, and I was going to try it all. But nothing really helped because we were playing whack-a-mole with the symptoms without understanding the root cause. I felt lousy, and my life started to get very small. I canceled plans. I stopped going to events. I didn't recognize myself in the mirror or in my own skin. I wasn't just tired. I was tapped out, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. Then my mom died of cancer, and everything changed. Watching her go through that made one thing painfully clear. I couldn't keep waiting for someone else to fix me. So I stopped outsourcing my body to people who didn't live in it. I went back to the basics, but with a different lens. I used food as medicine, not just for calories, but for healing. I stopped overexercising and started moving in ways that helped my nervous system downregulate. I leaned into Pilates instead of high-intensity everything. I started tracking symptoms and patterns over time. I stopped expecting quick fixes and started paying attention to the feedback loops in my own body. And slowly, things started to shift. My inflammation came down. The weight started to come off. Not fast, but steady. My brain fog lifted. I started sleeping again. My autoimmune flares became less frequent and less severe. My cravings changed. My energy came back. And then menopause hit, and I felt like an alien in my own skin. Again, I was desperate to feel better. I was so frustrated and not ready to dive down another rabbit hole to get me back. The good news was I didn't have to. Once I narrowed down what was going on and started looking at the big picture of my health, I realized I needed some protein, fiber, hormones. That changed everything. And once I realized that the world had it so backwards for women in midlife, I knew I had to create a space for this conversation. That's why I became certified in functional nutrition and movement. And that's why this podcast exists. Hey Heather, What About? The exquisite house Pilates and wellness podcast is where we cut through the noise. No fluff. No wellness perfectionism, just honest talk, real strategies, a little sarcasm to keep it bearable. We talk about the questions people ask during Pilates class. Hey Heather, what about hormone therapy? What about Ozempic? What about fasting? What about the weight that won't budge no matter what I do? This is where we answer all of that without shame, without pretending like the answer is just another green smoothie. Because I know what it's like to feel gaslit by your own body. I know what it's like to be dismissed, misdiagnosed, and exhausted by the search for real help. And I know what's possible when we stop following generic plans and start following our own data, finding what your body needs, and following our own wisdom. So if you're ready to get off the wellness hamster wheel, if you're done chasing unattainable goals and ready to start building real health, if you want practical tools, honest answers, and a bit of irreverent realness, hit follow, tune in, ask questions. No one around here is waiting for permission anymore. We're taking our health back, one episode at a time. And if you're ready to take the next step, join me on August 23rd for our live workshop, Unlock Your Body's Metabolic Power. We'll break down what's actually driving the fatigue, weight changes, and burnout, and what you can do about it. I'll see you there, or I'll see you on the next episode. This is Hey Heather, What About? The Exquisite House Pilates and Wellness podcast, helping women in midlife stop fighting their bodies and finally feel at home in them. Well, hey, it seems like Ain't Nobody Got Time for That is the theme song to life these days. So thank you for being with me today. I really do appreciate you. And thank you for asking the question, hey Heather, what about? I hope something in today's episode sparked a shift, a breath, or just a moment of, oh, that's for me. If something resonated with you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with a friend, leave us a 5-star review, and help more people find their way to us. Be sure to follow the show so you never miss a minute of real talk and real transformation. Ready to start your wellness journey? Visit theexquisitehouse.com to join us in the studio or check out The Plan, our signature program for movement, nutrition, midlife, and transformation. Remember, keep asking questions. I'll be here with answers and maybe a reformer spring or two.